Good afternoon, Bob from Trade Genius, 24th of January. And so the market made another shot at trying to get to 20K and just did a huge ramp job from the S1, but it petered out again. And we got a sell signal here, but sometimes this can be embedded. So we'll just have to wait and see if that's indeed the case. My credit spread is still okay here for Friday, 229, 231. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but it was just a amazing, just whatever news excuse they needed to do to push it higher, but that's what it did, and it pushed all the way out to the edges of the VWAP channel here. So it's, a lot of work was being pushing it back in. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then XIV kind of helps me understand that a little bit too. XIV's it's already pushed past the R3. We day traded this thing today and did pretty well. And my XIV signal that we're ready to launch is pretty much ready now. But I'm going to wait and till we get a pretty good sell-off in the market to bring this thing out, because I think we're getting to a point now, looking at all my indicators, that volatility is probably we're gonna wake up one day with an explosion, and I hate to start this service off and have the market go through a pretty good grind down. I think people would get pretty demoralized. So there's no big rush on this. Once we get into a good trade, we'll make 25 to 50% on our money, no problem. So if we have to wait a month or two to launch it until the scenario is better for the trade, we're going to do that. Gold, they pushed it down today, but it's still it's still okay. Momentum now is sitting here, and the only thing I worry about is will it embed, and then fall back down to the VWAP here. But at the end of the day, it kind of popped a little bit, so we'll just have to wait and see. We're not officially in it, but I've been watching it, and if we play it, we'll play it with IAU. But I really prefer to play everything with the miners. But like I said, it's just grinding, and every time it wants to get a bid, they just jam FXY, which we do own, and we're still in it long. And they pushed it down today. I'm still in it, didn't hit our stop. VWAP's coming up on it nicely. Momentum's already re-engaged. So unless I get stopped out here, I think 84.50 is my stop. It should roll up higher again. And like I said, they just can't keep these currency moves going like this forever. Then you look at GDX. GDX is fine, if you're a long swing trader. Today was, go to the beach day and let it set back up. SLW, the same. And SILJ, a little myopic today. I didn't really see this one, but it looks like this is setting up for a trade tomorrow. So, if anybody wants to add to their portfolio of silver, you can. And one thing I was in on puts, but I'm waiting for official signals. I had XBI puts. The day started off fantastic for me, and they just grinded me down. But they're February 59s, and they're really more of a gap fill trade for me. I think biotech's gonna really struggle. So as soon as Trump gets ready banging on everybody else, he's gonna be banging on the biotechs. That's for sure. And I'm just watching for re-entry for people with BIS. For those who don't trade puts, I'm not a big fan of the doubles and triples. I always seem to struggle with the way my signal works for people to make good money on them. But we don't really have much of a choice here with what to short. So be that as it may, trades I missed, I'm really annoyed because I'm always afraid to chase. I mean, this thing popped here, and I'm like, oh, it's way out of my channel, I'm going to leave it alone. It just consolidated, and then boom, it popped again. But this to me looks like exhaustion, and I think this is going to come back down into the 31 area. I'm a big fan of the ag chems, and I think people should have some just tucked away, not trading, and then they need to be able to trade in and out if they want to get their cost basis down. But just anyway, FYI on that. And then let's see here, what else do I want to show you is I don't know, let me just go through real fast, see if anything's of interest. Real estate's just back and forth. I think it doesn't know. Lower interest rates good, but the real estate market's not good. So I just, I was excited about it earlier, but I think I have to stay away from it. And then we talked about gold. ERX, I think is shot its wad here again. But these are, I'm only interested in triples to buy puts on them if I get them overbought. And nothing like something banging against the VWAP in a downtrend, getting overbought, the chance to make some good money. So just bear that in mind. EEM, it's way out of its channel, but it looks like gold and it are going at the same direction. So might be something people are interested that don't want to trade gold. Dust, again, don't buy dust, just short it when it gets overbought, which will be soon. Drip, what is a little after hours action on drip is that it's kind of the counterpart to ERX, XLE kind of oil all rolled into one. And I think this should run higher. I'm only watching this now because some people are in the trade that subscribe and very interested in it, and I'm looking for this to get a move because I'm not a big fan on oil. In fact, let me just slide over to oil. Oops, oleo. There you go. Is that hits that VWAP, it sells right back off again. So this is all jawboning, and it just can't get a bid. And we just have too much oil out there. So anyway, this is Bob from Trade Genius. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll see if they try to ring the bell at 20K on the Dow, and then get this party started to the downside. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.